Hey guys, what's up? I am back with a brand new video and it's time to do a speed test comparison between the Poco X3 Pro versus the Xiaomi Mi 10T. And guys, in the Xiaomi Mi 10T has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor with the 8 GB of RAM, while the Poco X3 Pro has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 860 processor with 8 GB of RAM. And Mi 10T, it is a little bit more expensive phone than the Poco X3 Pro, so I am really excited to see that how is the Poco X3 Pro is stack up against the Xiaomi Mi 10T when it comes to apps opening speed as well as in the Bootup Test. So without any wasting time, let's get right into it. And guys, on both phones is completely off. Now let's start off with the Bootup Test between these two devices. Here we go. And logo it is here, just a tiny bit more faster on the Mi 10T as compared to the Poco X3 Pro, and both phones is running on Android 11. We have MIUI version 12 on this phone. And the Mi 10T, it is also support 5G as well, and you can see in the Poco X3 Pro it is more faster when it comes to booting up, while the Mi 10T now it is also done. So you can see that about 4 or 5 second difference between these two devices when it comes to booting up. And both phones has a very similar display. We have a full HD IPS LCD display on both these two devices. We have a 120Hz refresh rate display on the Poco X3 Pro as compared to 144Hz on the Xiaomi Mi 10T, and also both phones give you a punch hole which is on the center on the X3 Pro as compared to on the left hand side on the Mi 10T. And you can see I like the center punch hole. Okay guys, everything is closed up in the background, no app is running in the background, and also we have same Wi-Fi network on both phones. And the first application we have is the phone dialer, exactly the same on both phones. Now let's see the settings on both phones, and that is exactly the same as well. Again, we have 120Hz as compared to 144Hz on the Mi 10T. So now let's check out some more application. Now let's see Amazon shopping, and that is more faster on the Mi 10T as compared to the X3 Pro, about half a second difference there. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels a little bit more smoother on the Mi 10T as compared to the X3 Pro. Overall both phones is perform very smooth. Now let's check out some games application. Now let's start off with the Candy Crush Saga. Again, we have a Snapdragon 860 versus the Snapdragon 865, faster on the X3 Pro as compared to the Mi 10T. So that's really interesting result. Now let's see Instagram, that is more faster on the Mi 10T. Let's see Pin Out, and that is just a tiny bit more faster on the Mi 10T if I'm not wrong. Again, you guys are the judge of the speed test. Let's see Snapchat, exactly the same. Let's see Spotify, faster on the X3 Pro this time as compared to the Mi 10T. Now let's see Subway Surfer on both phones, and that is faster on the X3 Pro, but Mi 10T is also right behind there. So you can see that Mi 10T is faster there as compared to the X3 Pro. Now let's see Temper and 2 on both phones, and that is again more faster on the Mi 10T. Huge difference, while the X3 Pro is take a lot of time. I don't know why, but you can see that Mi 10T is faster there, and the X3 Pro is take a lot of time. And now the X3 Pro it is also done. Let's see PUBG Mobile, and that is more faster on the Mi 10T, which is obvious, but the X3 Pro is also right behind there, not a huge difference. So you can see Mi 10T it is faster there, and now the X3 Pro it is also right behind there. Now let's see Zedge, and looks a little bit more faster on the X3 Pro. Now let's see the scrolling, that is feels a little bit more smoother on the Mi 10T as compared to the X3 Pro. So last time I launched the cameras on both phones, default camera application. Now let's see that which one is going to be the fastest one, faster on the Mi 10T as compared to the X3 Pro. Now let's see the internet browser speed. I am sticking for Google Chrome on both phones. Now let's see the wikipedia.org first website, and faster on the X3 Pro as compared to the Mi 10T, just a tiny bit more faster there. Now let's see the scrolling, and that is feels more smoother on the Mi 10T because I don't see any 120Hz madness on the X3 Pro. I think that, and the Google Chrome it is not really optimized right now on the Poco X3 Pro. So that's a really thing. Now let's open this, and faster again on the X3 Pro. So you can see that more faster on the X3 Pro. So guys, now let's see the RAM management on both phones, and both phones has 8 GB of RAM. We have Android 11 on both phones. Phone dialer, that is refresh on the X3 Pro. Let's see settings, that is seems like refresh. Amazon shopping, refresh definitely. Candy Crush Saga, refresh again. Instagram, refresh. Let's see pin out, refresh again. Let's see Snapchat, refresh. So you can see that every application it is refresh on the X3 Pro. Spotify as well. Subway Surfer, you can see refresh on the X3 Pro. So RAM management is really bad on the Poco X3 Pro right now. Let's see Temper and 2, same result. Let's see PUBG Mobile, and that is definitely refresh on the X3 Pro. Zedge, and that is not refresh. Last we're back to the internet browser, and that is also not refresh on both phones. So guys, overall I have to say regarding the apps opening speed is definitely more faster on the Xiaomi Mi 10T as compared to the Poco X3 Pro, which is obvious because we have a better Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 processor as compared to the 860 on Poco X3 Pro. And Poco X3 Pro, it is a really good phone in this price range because Mi 10T it is a little bit expensive phone. And also the RAM management is really good on the Mi 10T as compared to the X3 Pro. So that's about it, and thank you so much for watching this speed test comparison between the Poco X3 Pro versus the Xiaomi Mi 10T. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel for daily tech videos, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace out.